Today I wanted to talk about something pretty serious. I wanted to talk about anonymity and why anonymity is one of the biggest perks, one of the biggest draws of women to my private practice because they can remain anonymous. It's just me, it's just them. It's very close of a relationship that we build and that we work together one on one. And so the reason why this is so important is because if you're someone who has to answer to somebody else, right? You don't own your own business. You're still answering to somebody else. Maybe you're executive in the C-suite, running a company, whatever. You might still have to go through health insurance. And you're worried that somebody might see something that you might be getting treated for or getting help for, and you don't want that. You don't want people all up in your business, in your health business. So that might prevent you from seeking care through your insurance that you have. Also, maybe you have a wellness like division or a wellness coaching program through your work that's afforded, a wellness program. And you're like, can't do that because Susie over there might see me and she might go tell so-and-so who's going to go tell so-and-so. If that's you, you don't have to drop an emoji, but I'm sure that's a lot of women out here watching this. They don't want people to know that they're struggling with certain things or that they're having issues in the bedroom or they're having issues with this or with that. And so that prevents them from seeking the care that they desperately need because of embarrassment, because they got an image to uphold, they got that status. It's a very real thing. There's a lot of discrimination out there against women who seek certain types of medical care, health care, all of that, who a lot of times are just being proactive about their health. And somehow it always comes around to bite them in the ass, don't it? So today I wanted to talk about that and why anonymity is such a great feature of working with a private practice, with a provider, with doing concierge medicine, because it's just a one-on-one relationship. And so I wanted to highlight this with a case study of one of my clients that I worked with not too long ago. Because I know, and it's so funny because I was actually talking with my mentor about this not too long ago. She was like, Dr. Alex, how come you don't got no testimonial videos up? What's up with your clients? What's going on? And I told her, I said, my clients will not do testimonial videos because of the things that I just talked about, their position, their influence, their image. They can't come out and talk about certain types of things. And she's like, oh. And I said, well, I'm going to make a video talking about it and just illustrating it as a case study. Because I think also what happens is people might try to lump me and my practice and my work that I do kind of and try to shop around and compare it against other weight loss coaches, other health coaches, other, 21-day challenges or this or that they might see out there, or people that are out there selling, supplements and pills and drinks and all the things. When in reality, the work that I do is so specialized, it's so unique. There is no comparison to the work that I do. And so they might want to see all those before and after pictures and videos and interviews and all of that many of those other people do, right? All those fitness people out there got all those before and afters. All these other health coaches got before and afters and people making videos and shout outs and all of that. That's great for them. I applaud them for that. That's wonderful. Any way that we can get people more healthy, I'm all about that. But the work that I do, again, it's very different. It is not just people coming to me for weight loss, even though that is the majority of what women come to me with is, I want to lose this. I want to lose this. But honey, no, because when you're filling out my intake form, we get very deep in my intake form before we even ever get on our very first call together, before you're even a client and sign up to work with me. There is such a detailed questionnaire where we get deep. It's not just, what do you eat for breakfast? What do you eat for lunch? How much weight do you want to lose? How often do you work out? No, it's not about none of that stuff. None of that stuff. We get very deep, very detailed. We get very real. We get very raw. I keep it real. I absolutely do. But what's amazing is the safe, judgment-free space that I create for my clients, that they can tell me whatever it is that they want to tell me. There is no judgment here. And that is such a freedom that is lost with traditional healthcare, with, again, wanting to seek healthcare through your insurance provider or through a wellness program, maybe that's offered through your provider. You can't be 100% real with these people because you might be afraid of what, Susie might over there might overhear what you're coming in to be seen for. Or somebody might snap a picture, or somebody might do this. And then your cover's blown and everybody knows your business and you're all upset about it, right? So we avoid all of that. And again, that's why I don't have all of these before and afters and testimonials, because the women that I work with, the positions that they hold, their titles, their influence, their oaths that they took, there's some other issues behind that they can't just come out and say, hey, this is what I was dealing with and this is how Dr. Alex helped me. But I'm going to share a little case study. Again, I'm going to keep people anonymous. I'm not going to share any names, but I do want to share her journey from beginning to end, because it's such an amazing transformation that she had. And it literally changed her entire life in just 90 days of us working together. So I had a woman who reached out to me. She found me on LinkedIn. And so she initially came to me because she had hormonal issues. So PCOS, acne, cystic acne all over her face, heavy periods, painful intercourse, all of that. She was actually really on the thinner side. She really didn't need to lose weight. She was active, working out, which I love. I love working with women that are already working out and doing all the things. Yes. So she was already doing that. She had already fasted, like she was already doing fasting, but she was not really consistent with it, right? And she told me, oh, I'm not a snacker. I'm this, I'm that. And that was kind of how we started off. And so her acne on her face was really bad. She actually welcomed wearing a mask. So her position that she held, which why she had to keep all of this under wraps and quiet, was she is a nurse anesthetist, and she works at a really large labor and delivery unit at a hospital in her local area. And she's also teaches for a local university and sees people through that space. So she's an educator as well. And she has a mom. She's got 3 kids and she's married. And so she welcomed wearing a mask, but it was painful for her. And also the acne just really made her feel very insecure about her face. So she really wanted to do something about it, because the acne that she had was requiring her to get injections into her face, into those pimples, to help kind of calm them down because the inflammation got so bad. She was a picker and a popper, which we talked about, which really left her with a lot of those bad pock marks all over her face. So a lot of things kind of going on with that. So we started working together, and literally the same day, I think, that we had our first session, she messaged me, because when clients work with me, we get one-on-one, you get one-on-one, unlimited support with me, unlimited access to me. She messaged me and said, I didn't think that I was a snacker. I know I told you I wasn't a snacker. She goes, but I just got off of my 24-hour call. And as soon as I got into the car, I reached over into the seat next to me and I reached for my snack. And I never realized that I was a snacker before. And so right then and there, we started establishing the habits and the patterns that we needed to address, that we needed to not do those anymore, and to reinforce and introduce some new ones. So then later on, a little bit into this, we found out that she was drinking hard liquor just about every single day after work to kind of cope with the stress and the politics of work. And so she's African American, and she is very much wanting to see a lot of diversity in leadership and also in the care that is provided to these laboring moms. So looking at labor and delivery mortality risks for women of color. This was like her jam. This was all the things that she was about. I loved it. I love women like this, let me tell you. So she was just really stressed with the work environments, and she was wanting to look for a new job. And then she was like, maybe I should stay. And so all of our sessions revolved around all of these things. It revolved around food and health and stress and work. And it actually is my SPICE framework. You see my little SPICE logo there. That is how I create all my programs. It's the framework that I use. It's the framework that I created. So we look at you through a holistic lens. So the S stands for spiritual, the P stands for physical, the I stands for insight, the C is for career, The E is for emotion. And every single session with every single client that I have, we touch on all those areas because that is how we heal. That is how we treat the whole woman. And that's exactly what I do. I just don't look at the physical part of you. There's so much more to you and to your healing. So every one of our sessions revolved around all these different conversations that we were having. And so when she revealed and told me that, hey, I've been drinking alcohol every single day after work for however long, and after we did her blood work, it showed that her cholesterol was elevated, her liver enzymes were elevated, her estrogen was elevated. So her liver was talking to her. Her liver was talking to her, but she wasn't listening. And she was continuing to engage in drinking alcohol. So I told her, I said, girl, this alcohol, it has to go. I said, you need to let your liver have time to recover. I said, later on down the line, if you want to drink occasionally, right? Because she also expressed concern with social events for work because she goes to a lot of conferences. And so there's alcohol at these conferences, and all her coworkers, all they want to do is drink. If you can relate to this, you know what I'm talking about. And so she was wondering how she was going to deal with those social situations and what she was going to do. So we figured out a game plan for that. We talked about cutting back the drinking, not drinking, reintroducing it later on if that was something that she chose to do, right? Again, judgment-free space. I'm here to help you work through what you have going on. That's what I did with her. And I keep it real with her. I keep it real with every single client that I work with. And so I'm not going to be one to be so like naive and be like, oh, this girl, she's never going to drink again. No, there might be a time later on where she does want to drink occasionally again, but can she control herself around that? Can she make better decisions, better choices about what she's drinking and the amount? Oh yeah. So that's what we talk about. So through the course of working together, she actually stopped drinking altogether. So no more alcohol for her. And her liver thanks her for it. So no more alcohol, which that alcohol was also, right, contributing to the estrogen issues, which was contributing to the facial acne and all of that. It's all connected. The liver and how it was detoxifying and metabolizing things. We did things to naturally detoxify and support her liver, her organ health. We did all of that. We got her on a regular intermittent fasting schedule. And then this chick just already started doing some 24-hour fasts and all of that. Like she was on it. The workouts were on it. Her face slimmed down so much. Her acne decreased. The flare-ups that she was having decreased dramatically. Now, did her acne disappear in 90 days? No, girl. And if somebody's going to tell you that, I don't know what stuff they're giving you. But in 90 days from where she went with that very severe acne that she had to where she ended up with that less inflammation, no getting injections, her face slimming down. I mean, she was very pleased with that. And so was I. I think for 90 days of doing it naturally, that was pretty amazing. I think that's pretty amazing. So she felt better about herself. Now, what happened? We talked a couple times about a PhD program. So she really wanted to up her education, right? High achiever, always wanting to do more and more, add more and more letters to her name. And so she had been looking at different PhD programs. And so she finally had like two that she was kind of deciding between. So we talked about that. She interviewed for one and she got it. She got her school, she got her program that she wanted to do her PhD, to study and research on what she wanted to study and research, the labor and the mortality rate for colored women, for all of that. She got that. It's absolutely incredible that she was able to do that. And we worked through it together. She landed her dream position. She stopped drinking alcohol. The face, the body, all the things. I think those are kind of secondary to those two big, huge things that she was able to accomplish. And that's what I mean, that the work that I do is so different, in how it transcends all parts of your life. It's not just we're coming over here to lose 10 pounds. No, I don't do that. I'm not going to just do that with you. It's the whole woman. It's an experience. And so much of healthcare and all of these other cookie cutter programs and all of that are missing the experience, the relationship, the anonymity, the one-on-one support, the high touch, the immediate feedback, that individualized attention, that customization. There is no comparison when it comes to that. There is no way you can compare me and the work that I do to anything else, because that is what I offer when I'm working with clients one-on-one. That is why I charge what I charge. That is why I don't go through insurance, because insurance is great for catastrophic events, right? Catastrophic big events, surgeries, hospitalizations, emergencies. That's what insurance is good for. Insurance is not good for day-to-day living, proactive health, prevention. It does nothing but keep you sick. Any of the stuff that helps you to get well, to get off of medication, to reverse chronic diseases, insurance does not pay for any of that shit. It does not. It does not want to pay for nutritional counseling. It does not want to pay for IV hydration. It does not want to pay to teach you about fasting and to teach you about this and to teach you about that. No, it doesn't do any of that. It only seeks to keep you on pills and medications and going back to the doctor more and more and more. That is what our traditional healthcare and insurance system is set up for. And I'm here to change that, totally change and disrupt that 100%. There is such a better way to care for yourself than having to rely on insurance and having to rely on just being reactive all the time and just in that constant cycle, and for being afraid to reach out for help because of fear of being judged or not finding somebody that gets you or understands you or knows your upbringing, knows your story, knows what it's like to be a little ethnic girl growing up in the hood, and then now you're in this new position in this career that you always dreamed of, and imposter syndrome, and maybe you're dealing with a little bit of racism over here and the glass ceiling, and then you're a woman on top of that, and you're raising a family and you're doing all the things, you're working so hard, but it is taking a toll on your body. It absolutely is. And at some point you realize, you're like, damn, I'm however year old now, and it's my time now. It's my time. My kids are grown. My career's on a lock. I finished my schooling. I got my own home. Like, I have everything, but you need yourself. I need my body. I need my body to do what I need it to do. And so many women get to that point, and when they go to reach out for help, it's confusing. It's inaccessible to them. They don't know who to turn to. They spend years and years and so much money trying to piece and part things together, to try things that don't work. They just try so hard. You're trying to do all the things and it's just not working out for you. There is such a better way. There is such a better way. So if that sounds like you and things that you've been going through, reach out to me, book a call with me. Because again, the work that I do, there is no comparison. There's no before and afters. There's no testimonials, because again, anonymity, the work that I do with the women that I work with, they can't come forward so easily because the way that things are set up, right, in businesses, in our careers, it's just not easy for women to come forward and ask for help, and for women to say that they need help, and for them to be believed. Because how many women are misdiagnosed, over medicated, not believed, not treated properly, have to deal with discrimination. We all deal with that. And when it comes to your health, you deserve better. You absolutely do. So I invite you, if you're hearing me talk and you're dealing with some type of health issue, I will be 100% real and honest with you and tell you, yes, I can help you, or no, I cannot help you, but maybe this person can, or maybe you should look at this. Absolutely. Absolutely. But if I can help you, you better believe I'll make you an offer and want to help you and want to work with you if I believe that I can. Again, it goes so much deeper than women wanting to lose 5-10 pounds. It absolutely does. And it takes somebody who really cares and who really has a gift, who has an ear, who has an eye, who has a heart for caring for women, for healthcare, to really see that, to see past what's on the front and to see really what's going on inside of you and to help you work through that. Because we want long, healthy, happy lives, right? I'm out here trying to grow a practice of working with women for the long term, not for the short term. I want to work with women for years and years and years. I want to see them live long, healthy, sexy, fun lives for the long term. I just don't want to hit it and quit it. I'm not one of those. I want to stick with you for the long term. And many of us are considering, our lifespans now and our longevity and our quality of life. What's our retirement going to look like? Am I going to be able to do the things that I want to do, live the life that I want to live, function how I want to function, look how I want to look? We all care about how we look, our image. We absolutely do. And I actually had a woman on my live stream, I think last week, Carol, and we talked about image. And she said such a great line in that video. She said, in the interview, she said, you are your billboard. She said, you are your billboard. You are a representation of yourself and your business. You are your billboard. So what's your billboard looking like? I'm going to leave it at that. I'm not going to go any more into it. I'm going to leave it like that. What is your billboard looking like? Because you are your billboard in any professional space, whether you're an entrepreneur, executive, you are your billboard. So what does that look like? Is it what you want it to look like? Or is there some work that you need to do? Inside, outside, all the ways. Because again, if you work with me, we treat the whole woman. Inside, outside, spiritual, physical, career, emotional health, all the things. That's what you'll get. You get an experience. All right. So reach out to me directly if you want to. If you want to say hello, I watched your video, I was moved, I wanted to talk to you more about this. That's all you have to do. It's as easy as that. You can always go to my website to learn more about me, or you can continue to stalk me on social media and continue to consume my content until you're ready to reach out and book a call with me. All right. Okay, guys, that's all I have for today. And like I always say, for balanced life, just add spice. I'll see you in the next video.